Hello everyone and welcome back to Roblox Piggy, Book 2. Today, we are going to experience Chapter 8, which is Ship. But before that, let me tell you the updates of this game. Firstly, the game added new survivor ability, which is Flare, new Piggy trap, which is Mouse trap, and also new intermission screen which show the last game result. Next is the lore update, which players need to find some papers from Book 1 in order to complete lore book of Book 1, while Book 2 still pending. These are the new Piggy skins that's coming out together with the new chapter. Now, I'm going to show you my gamma play on Chapter 8. Enjoy. Now, let me show you all notes that have in this chapter. First noter downstairs said, she's told us many different versions of the accident. We don't know which one to believe. Something isn't right with Captain, I'll say. B. The second note at the bedroom said, Pepper is something else, alright. When it comes to his job, he tends to take it very seriously. Sometimes you can just see the dedication in his eyes. B. Third note is at a cabin in the fuel room said, Kenneth takes safety very seriously around here. If someone isn't safe, neither are we from his scolding. Hopefully he doesn't see this. P. Fourth note is at navigation said, Bob is mostly concerned about his family and not even how cold the trip will be. K. Fifth note is at cafeteria said, they got me. Next to Captain, I was the last. I'm sealing this ship so she can live on. I failed too many people today, but I refuse to fail everyone. K. Next note here said, we are all doomed. Orders are to throw some of the infected, or suspects, overboard. I saw Bobby get scratched while doing so. I have to report him. I have to do my duty. I'm sorry old pal. P. Next note is at a radio in one of the room upstairs said, the only words I could get out of the transmission were don't and Doveport. I'll keep listening for any more potential transmissions from them. B. This note appears to said that Bobby received a radio transmission that said don't and Doveport. Final note is at the navigation under a rack that said, I'm sorry, Captain. This note appears to be from Budgie, the captain of the ship, that said she said sorry to all of her crewmates and had to seal them inside the ship since they're all already being infected. From the fifth note at cafeteria we know that she's infected, but how come we see she's not? Well, remember her arm that's different from her another arm. What if she's lying about the swimming pool and she was actually infected and to stop it, she cut off her arm and replace it with different things as her arm to stop the infection? And what if that will happen to Zizzy too? We all know that she's being infected in chapter 3, but is she really dead though? Minitoon also confirmed that Zizzy isn't dead yet, so that means Zizzy would come back with different identity, and probably she's cutting her arm off to stop the infection, just like Budgie did too. What if that's the reality that's going to happen soon? And there's also another note from Mr. Stitchy, because the note is brown and have crunchy texture. The note said, she and knows which you combine it becomes she knows. Is she referring to Penny, the main character in Piggy, and she knows that Mr. Stitchy exist and hunt to find more victims to being manipulated by him to complete his evil plan? Before this, we all know that Mr. Stitchy is probably created by Penny because she's lonely and needs a friend, so she made one, but after creating it Mr. Stitchy is some kind of evil creature that wants to manipulate people. Or is she referring to any one of the female characters inside Piggy that knows about Mr. Stitchy existence? But for me, I'm sure that she is referring to Penny, and she knows that Mr. Stitchy is evil and has an evil plan. Few days before, B-Slick, the music composer for Piggy, Book 2 posted a weird soundtrack on Piggy in his channel which titled Recording Tapesy % all %. The whole video is just radio static and old music instrument, but in the end there's a weird soundtrack and many believed that this is Mr. Stitchy theme song. Let me show you the clip and also the Mr. Stitchy theme song, and then let's compare it together. The tracks seem almost the same as Mr. Stitchy theme song. What if he's the one that sends the signal, which probably the secret soundtrack from B-Slick, for the ship to go to Doveport? If you all remember in book 1 chapter 10 there's a note said, don't trust the CNC's signal. So what if the fireworks from Doveport, which could probably mean the signal, that we shouldn't ever trust it, and we just follow it to made us one step closer to Mr. Stitch's trap? If you remember the transmission said don't and Doveport, what if the transmission said, don't go to Doveport, because probably Doveport is all a trap? In the end also, we finally found the fuel, but we are trapped in the cabin with Willow but everyone finally found us in the cabin, and then suddenly we heard an explosion and went upstairs. The weird thing is, we didn't even use the fuel that we found, even during and after the explosion happened too. What if she's planning all of this to trick us to go inside the ship and being infected? Or what if she's being possessed by Mr. Stitchy? Is she on a good side or bad side? These are the questions that still can't be answered until further chapters appeared. I'm really excited to see the continuation of this story and I believe it's going to be amazing. Let me know what's your theory down below in the comments and I will review your comments on your theory for the next chapters. There's also a secret Easter egg which appears to be some kind of Morse code. Remember the mysterious soundtrack from B-Slick? That's the Morse code and here's the footage from someone that sent about this to Creekcraft. There's also a Morse code inside this soundtrack. Here are some clips for the soundtrack that have Morse code on it. I played it short because I will show you the shocking one soon.
7, 22, 4.
I copied down all the numbers said in that soundtrack, and I don't know what it means until there's someone that able to decode this number to words, which is Creekcraft. He finally managed to decode the numbers with his viewers during live stream and the numbers decodes to this. We stopped them up there, and we'll stop you too. This is probably a message from Mr. Stitchy and the Insolents to us players, and also the characters in this story, that they will stop us from doing our mission. And now, I'm going to show you the full clip of the soundtrack, but in reverse, because there is some words found in the reversed soundtrack. I put subtitles in the video to reveal what the words said. Let's hear it, and a little warning, this is going to be creepy.
Never speak. The insolence. Calls to you. Help me. One. Her hand. Gone. Smile for him.
The reversed soundtrack is really creepy and made me having goosebumps. If you see the subtitles that I made, it said Zizzy will never speak. Could it mean Zizzy is either infected or she survived but can't speak anymore? Next it said, the insolence calls to you, which could be mean that the insolence is calling us, just like Pony hearing some voice on the insolence. Next word said, help me, which could mean we need to help Zizzy or someone. After that it said, one, and it could be mean one person, but we didn't know who. It could be Mr. Stitchy. Later it said, her hand gone, which could be mean Budge's hand is gone, and it could be happened to Zizzy too. Lastly, it said, smile to him, which could be mean we need to smile to either friend or to Mr. Stitchy. Looks like Piggy now are becoming more creepy and scary with these mystery in game. These all still can't be concluded until further chapters appeared and all the community will still giving their own theory on this, including myself too as a Piggy community. I'm really excited to see the future storyline of this game, and I believe it's going to be fantastic and spectacular. Huge shout out to Minitoon, B-Slick and all of the Piggy team for doing this kind of mystery and puzzle for us community to solve. That is all for this Piggy video. If you like it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you won't miss any of my videos. Thanks for watching and see you all in the next video.